Hey, good morning, everyone. Well, it's day 6 here at WSOP Summer Camp, Poker Summer Camp. And a few of you emailed or texted, hey, why didn't you update yesterday? So, because I've been busy. I've been playing a lot of poker. It's crazy. It's crazy how quick the days go by. I've been playing literally for anywhere from 14 to 18 hours a day, I would say, even more than that. But I feel like a mill. I feel great. I feel like I'm getting a lot of sleep, even though I'm not. But I feel totally rested. I even did a health check this morning. I checked my blood pressure and I checked my sugar. So the numbers are great. They're better than they normally are. So it's funny. It goes to my theory that poker cures my health. It's good for my health, I should say. So anyways, I want to give you a quick update on a tournament yesterday and get your opinion. And I want to try to keep this under 5-6 minutes. So played a great little tournament over at MGM. It was about 70 people and was just a good tournament. Also, it was real good because I cashed. But I want to go through a situation with you guys. We're two away from the money bubble. We're two from the money, I should say, two from the money. And I have a decent chip stack. I probably have about 50 big blinds at that point. So I'm in pretty good shape. And I look at pocket aces in the small blind. And the guy to my right, who's the button, I know is going to make a move on me no matter what because he was playing aggressive all day, and I have a good read on him. He had about 10% less, 12% less chip stack than I did. So blinds were pretty hefty. Table was playing pretty tight at this point because we're getting close to the money. And again, I'm aces in the small blind. Everyone folds around to the button to my right. Button shoves, and it's a lot of chips because, like I said, he's only about 10% less than me. He did exactly what I expected him to do. I expected him to raise. I didn't expect him to shove, but he shoved, and of course I insta called with pocket aces, and I look at his. He's got Queen Jack of Spades. Okay. Probably I would have done the same thing in this situation, I guess, but be that as it may. Flop comes 10 with two spades, and 10 and two rags with two spades. So he's on a flush draw right now, so I'm a little nervous. So he's got Queen, Jack, 10, and two spades. So he's got maybe a potential straight draw at this point, but definitely a flush draw. The turn comes a king. No spade. So now he's got king, queen, jack, 10, and he's got a straight draw and flush draw. He needs a 9 or an ace for the straight. And the river, we know it, comes in ace. It gives me a set of aces, and it gives him the straight. So he crushes me in chips. It was ridiculous. It was the whole table was like, oh my god, because it was runner straight, and it was just a ton of chips. So Donna Blevins, if you're listening, you'd be proud of me because it's just weird. I've been in a weird zone in that I wasn't even phased. It was really weird. I lost 85-90% of my chip stack, and we're two from the money, and I was in a zone or an aura where I said to the guy, nice catch. And normally I'm a little steaming inside. This time there was nothing that bothered me because I knew I was going to get my chips back. It was just really weird, and that I did. So the blinds were so big that it was at a point where I think anytime you just pick up the antes and the blinds, it was like 20 or 30,000 in blinds. So I happened to get a few good hands after that, and then I was in position, because I was the button next. So I jammed like the next 3-4 hands in a row, and before you know it, and I won a couple small pots here and there. Before you know it, I was back up to over 100,000 in chips. So I felt good that I was going to make the money. So the question is, how would you guys have played it? Would you have played it differently? Because I talked to some people after, told them the situation, and they're like, dude, I would have just folded the aces because you were guaranteed to get into the money at that point. I could have coasted to the money. And that's just not how I play. And you know, my theory is I'm not folding to min cash. I am playing to win a tournament. And so I'd like to hear your opinions. Would you guys have folded aces at that point, so at least you're in the money, then play differently after you're in the money? I don't know. I can't do that. I'm not doing that. But I'd like to hear if some people said I should have last night. So be that as it may. Then after the tournament, so we chopped a 4-way or 5-way. It was either 4 or 5-way chop. We each got a little over $600. 4.5 hours work. I break it down to $125 an hour. That works, you know. From there, I had a great dinner. Glenn Biddle, thank you again. Again, shows that poker, you meet so many lifelong friends. That's what makes this so much fun. Glenn I met a few years ago in tournaments, and he plays a lot of seniors events throughout the country, and just a great guy, and had a great dinner with him and his wife. So again, thank you, Glenn, if you're listening to this. It was just awesome, and we're going to be lifelong friends because of poker, so that's real cool. After that, played cash games. Again at the Rio, doing real well in the cash games. I don't want to talk money because that stuff jinxes me, and Joy never wants to know whether I'm winning or losing when I'm out here by myself. So it's going real good right now. I think I'm on pace to have a better year than last year, especially in the cash games right now. Just doing, knock on wood, doing really well in the cash games. I don't want to jinx it. I've also, and so what am I playing? Some people have asked. I'm playing, it depends where I'm at. I'm playing 1-2, 1-3, and 2-5. I jumped into a bigger game last night and only played a little bit. It was monster crazy. So everyone had over $2,000 in front of them and stuff. So I played that for a little while, but just didn't want to risk too much of the bankroll in that one. So keeping it small this year, keeping it steady. So anyways, I want to keep this short. So that is the update for today. On plans on deck for today, gonna play some tournaments again. Gonna get a haircut. My hair is a mess, so I'm gonna get a haircut today. Probably right now. It's 8 a.m. Go get a haircut and back to the grind. So that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.